Okay guys, welcome back to Six Cars, or Bienvenue, I guess as the locals would say. We are here in Montreal, Lamborghini Montreal to be exact. We have so many special cars on display. It's crazy here. They're actually setting up for an event right now too. So we've got a really cool look at these things in an amazing photo setting. Let me show you guys around the showroom and show you all the crazy stuff there is. I'm sure you can sort of see what's poking out to the left side of the screen right now. But let's have a look at everything that's here. So we're starting off with one of the multiple Lamborghini Cyans here. It is a coupe, so one of 63 in the world, sort of this balloon white finish with all of the carbon accents on the side there. Very, very nice. And it's sort of like this two-tone look with the white and the carbon. That is a really, really cool spec. So we did see our first Cyan just a couple weeks ago back at SEMA, and now we're checking another one off the list. But that is not the only one that we have here at Lamborghini Montreal. So let's keep trekking through the showroom. And here is our second Cyan. We saw the white and the carbon one. Now we have this gray and carbon with all of these red accents. Really, really cool. Look at the top there on these sort of backs of the headrest. We've got that sort of red to gray gradient effect. That's super, super cool. Something I've never seen before. This one is a Roadster too. So it was a Roadster that we saw back at SEMA as well, and I did find out after that video that the Roadsters are actually much rarer than the coupes. 63 coupes, only 19 Cyan Roadsters. Super cool. I love this rear taillight design on the Cyans too. Super, super cool. And our third Cyan in the showroom. We saw this cool sort of black to red gradient on the other car, just on the roof behind the headrest, but now we actually see it on the full body. And it looks so, so cool. And we've got these sort of bronze gold accents too on the gas cap. Got it on the wheels. A lot of cool, interesting touches on the Cyans. Haven't really seen one up close well before SEMA, and now we're getting a look at 3 all in one, so get a chance to appreciate all of the amazing lines on the Cyans and what make it such a cool and special Lamborghini. Now just in between these two Cyans, the Roadster and the Coupe, we have the Maserati MC12. The GOAT Maserati, obviously built on the Enzo chassis. I'm sure you guys know all about it by now, but that is just another amazing car that we've seen. We've got Jerry Goo going to work in the background there with the photos. But that is always a treat to see in MC12. And just a front look at the Maserati MC12, sort of unobstructed. You don't get these chances very often to see a car like this up close. So again, we'll look at some more details. Yeah, just these small clips connecting the front bumper to the hood is super, super cool. And it's crazy when you think that this is built on the Enzo chassis. You just see how long this car is. But it definitely looks so, so cool. I don't know, Enzo or MC12? That's a tough call for a lot of people. I think I'd probably go MC12. You guys can probably put your answers down in the comments too, though. I'm curious to see what you guys favor on this particular Ferrari chassis, but this is just legendary. So yeah, we are in the presence of glory here. If you couldn't tell already, I mean the Heritage 4GT. We've got the Cyan Roadster we looked at, the MC12, the red and black radiant Cyan Coupe. But just behind us on the other side, Countach number 1 in Arancio. I won't even try and guess the actual shade of orange, but the first Countach I've seen. Veneno, 1 of 4, and a green Countach. Pretty crazy. We're going to have a closer look at all of these, though. Show you guys all of the amazing details on these special Lamborghinis. So there's so many cool different lines on the new Countach. You can definitely see how they're paying homage to the old one. Obviously that big old side intake. Got the intakes up here too, but generally the sort of wedge shape is still pretty alive and well to the old car. So I do think they did a pretty good job. I guess my only gripe would be, we just looked at the Cyans. Identical taillights. I was hoping it'd be a little closer to the old Countach taillights, but overall the wedge shape does look really good. It is still pretty reminiscent of the old Countach, so I think the flavor is still very much there. We are extremely lucky to get a glimpse at the interior of the new Lamborghini Countach. Very nice, those nice orange accents to go along with the exterior of the car. We have pretty standard Lamborghini interior, I would say. However, that is very cool. Haven't seen a Countach up close yet in person, so being able to check out the interior too is definitely a bonus. And take a closer look at the front of the green Countach beside the Veneno. And yeah, going along with the wedge shape I pointed out on the orange one, it definitely sticks out from the front, I think, better than the rear. It definitely gives off that Countach vibe a lot better, I think, though. But 800 horsepower, naturally aspirated V12. It's hard to really go wrong with that. So we can sort of see through the window of the green Countach here. We saw the spec on the interior of the orange one with that black and orange. This one's a little different, actually, sort of this dark and light brown contrast, almost like a mocha colored interior. That is very, very cool. But this, boys and girls, filles ou garçons, this is the main attraction here at Lamborghini Montreal, the 1 of 4 Lamborghini Veneno. So yeah, you might be thinking 1 of 3, but yes, there's 3 customer cars. There is a 4th that is reserved for staying at the Lamborghini factory though. But there are countless amounts of detail on this car that I want to show you guys. It is absolutely ballistic. Looks like sort of a futuristic Le Mans prototype almost that it could pass for. But I want to show you guys around every single inch of this car, show you what makes it so special. Starting off at the front of the Veneno, we have this matte carbon fiber, crazy like built-in front splitter that flows right into the front bodywork of the car. Yeah, we've got all these wing end plates sticking out, almost like a Formula One car at that point. And then these functional air ducts that sit just underneath the headlights. So crazy. What a ballistic front end that is. Yeah, and check out the wheels on the Veneno. So we saw a couple cars at SEMA actually that sort of replicated this look with the almost Aerodisc styling that goes just around the outside or the outer edges of the rims. But it's a super cool look. And you'll notice on this car, it has this sort of red trim going on the bottom of it. And you can see it up front too. So that is the way you tell the 3 customer cars apart. Each one just had a different trim color, but they were all finished in this silver. So you could either get red, white, or green trim, obviously to represent the Tricolore, the Italian stripe, which also runs down the side of all the cars. But that's the way you tell them apart, the 3 customer Veneno coupes. Yeah, we can just have a sort of a clear-ish look through the window of the Veneno and check out that fighter jet interior again. It's pretty distinctly Lamborghini. I do like those Tricolore buttons in the center of the dash though. Giant paddle shifters, very cool. And this is a key feature of the Veneno as well. Just this back end of it with this crazy shark fin. This is exactly what I was pointing out, why it's sort of reminiscent of a Le Mans style prototype or futuristic hypercar. And we got this crazy rear wing on it too, where you can see fully adjustable aero. It is a full-on like futuristic race car. Absolutely incredible. Got the 50th anniversary badges down below too, which are pretty cool. I'll get up closer there. The single, or the tiny little pieces of this car that are finished in forged carbon fiber. Veneno obviously was finished for the 50th anniversary of Lamborghini, a special edition. And aside from all the crazy hypercar madness over there, we've got some other really cool cars too. Two 63 edition Aventador SVJs, a coupe and a roadster. We've got the matte black, and we've got the matte orange. These interesting little green accents. That's a pretty bold spec. Yeah, we come over here. We've got a nice white and red STO. I'll label that the Canadian spec. The Evo Spider. Got a couple Lotuses over there. The Evora. The Lease. We have this beautiful LP640 Murcielago Roadster too, car that I think is aging so well. That's very nice. And we've got a nice Performante Spider beside that as well. And just a couple more versions of the Aventador. We've got the nice red Aventador S Coupe. We've got the white SV Roadster. And just behind that we have the final version of the Aventador, the Ultimae. And just a couple of very, very nicely spec'd Huracan STOs here as well. This white with this really, really bright blue accents. That looks super good. We've got the blue accents around the center cap too. Just behind that one, we have the gold Huracan STO. And another cool feature, the center caps, gold center caps. Never actually really seen that before, or to my knowledge, on a Lamborghini, but there's so many different specs that you can do on these STOs. As we cap off our visit to Lamborghini Montreal, quick fact for you guys, just in case you didn't know, there's something that the Countach, or the new Countach, the Veneno, and the Cyan behind us all have in common, all built on the Aventador chassis, which is now outgoing. Obviously the Ultimae is the final version of the Aventador, but it's pretty cool to get a glimpse at all of the amazing things that Lamborghini was able to do with just that single Aventador chassis over the years. Pretty crazy. And some of the most special additions of that chassis that were ever built are in this showroom here in Montreal. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the tour here of Lamborghini Montreal. A huge shout out to the dealer here for being so accommodating and allowing us to have access and check out these incredible cars. This is an absolute blast and something you don't get to do every day. So yeah, again, shout out, merci beaucoup, Lamborghini Montreal, and thanks for tuning in, guys, and stick around. Until next time.